Hey everybody, welcome to Zyre Yoga. I'm Kayla. Happy October and welcome to today's practice. Before you do anything, if you want to go ahead and give this a little like, that would be much appreciated. And then I have a playlist in the description if you want to listen to what I'm listening to. It's one of my most popular playlists that I've used in classes for years. If you've practiced with me for a long time, you've probably heard it. So go ahead and open that up, and then we're going to start sitting. So just find a nice comfortable seat, start your music, close your eyes. Just take a moment to start to bring yourself into your body, into your practice. And just kind of noticing where your breath is going before you start to change anything about it. Come here. Noticing those spaces in your body that might need extra care and reminding yourself that you don't have to do exactly what I say. I want you to feel good in your body today. And then let's bring ourselves into our breath. Take a deep inhale with your next breath in. Letting it all out with a sigh, letting go of whatever else you have going on in your day and just bringing yourself to the present moment. 2 more like that. Deep breath in. Letting it all go on your exhale. Last time. Deep inhale. Letting it all go. And then sealing your lips. Start to breathe in and out through your nose. So we're going to be moving through a pretty slow flow today. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It just means we'll be holding the poses a little bit longer before linking them to the next. And trying to bring those long inhales and exhales into the practice. So making your breath as long as you can. And maybe starting to find just a little bit of movement while you're here. So it might feel good to start to roll through the neck or kind of roll through the shoulders. Maybe your wrists need a little bit of movement. Just taking yourself through whatever movements those are. Seeing if you can start to bring that connection between your breath and the movement. So as you move in one way, you're either inhaling or exhaling and holding that place where you find yourself until you're ready to take your exhale or your next inhale. Just kind of acquainting yourself with how your spine is feeling. And then as you're ready, we'll start to move through a cat and cow seated. So chest forward, tailbone up, lift the chin, maybe give a kiss to the sky. And then exhale, round your back, holding onto the knees, rocking back just a little bit. Inhaling to come back forward. And exhaling to find that rounding, finding the long, long, deep inhales and exhales to keep that slow movement through the body. And the next time that you come forward, inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, circle them around, round the back, starting to bring the arms into this cat and cow shape. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, circling them around. 2 more like that. Last time. Exhale, sweep it around, reaching the arms forward, clasping in the hands, bring the palms to face forward and reach up. Then take the hands behind the head, letting the head drop back into the hands, elbows going wide. And when it feels good, reach the arms back up, rounding through the back, palms facing forward again. Inhale, lengthen just a little bit, and then releasing the hands, take yourself into a fold. Elbows might be able to drop to the ground if you're feeling pretty good right now. Otherwise, just taking yourself as far as you can. Maybe start to rock side to side. Again, moving with your breath. So inhaling through center, maybe exhaling as you go to one side, holding through the whole of your exhale. Inhaling back up. And exhaling over. Coming through one more round of breath. Finding center, maybe sinking a little bit lower, chin to the chest, and slowly roll yourself back up as you inhale. Arms behind you, bringing the fingertips to the ground, open up, look up. As you exhale this next time, rock yourself over, finding all fours. Palms pressing down, fingers spread wide, taking a moment here to feel the engagement through your arms, feeling the engagement through the belly, starting to press the legs into the ground. As you inhale, bend your elbows a little and bring the chest forward. As you exhale, bend the elbows again and round the back. Moving really slowly here. Inhaling, drawing yourself forward, bending the elbows. Exhaling, bending, rounding through the back, finding that little bit of rebound. So the elbows are creating a little bit more space. As you bend, you can draw yourself forward as you straighten the arms back out. And then you bend and straighten the arms out to find that bounce through the whole body. 2 more rounds. Inhaling forward. And exhaling back. Inhaling forward. Last time, exhale, rounding through the back, holding there. See if you can sit yourself back like you're going to come to a child's pose, but keep yourself a little bit lifted. And then inhale, draw yourself as far forward as you can. Shoulders in front of wrists, shifting yourself back. Maybe walking the fingertips forward a little bit and shifting yourself towards a kneeling plank. Pressing back, keeping that rounding through the back. As you're coming towards a child's pose, maybe you come all the way into it this time. Inhaling, drawing forward. Press into the hands. Almost like you're going to slide those hands back. Draw the belly in. Feel the whole front of your body engage. And press back. One more time like that. Drawing forward. Pressing back. This next time that you come forward, adjusting yourself so that you're in that kneeling plank. I want you to think about pressing the floor away, creating as much space as you can. Press into the tops of the feet, draw the belly in. Create space between your belly button and the floor. Looking forward on your inhale. As you exhale, elbows bending, take them against your body as you lower yourself down. Press into the hands, press into the tops of the feet. Rolling the shoulders back, engage the upper back as you inhale into your cobra. Exhaling to lower down. Let everything relax. Elbows can splay out, shoulders releasing. Press into the hands, press into the tops of the feet. Feel the front of your body starting to engage, belly pulling in. Roll the shoulders back, start to squeeze the back body. Inhale, lift the chest. And this time press up through that kneeling plank into your child's pose, breathing there. One more long breath here. Exhaling everything out. Pressing into the hands. Draw yourself back up. Tuck your toes under. Send the hips up and back. Finding downward facing dog and start to pedal your legs out. So sending one heel at a time down towards the ground as you bend the opposite knee. Press into your fingertips. See if you can press the floor away. Start to find a little bit of widening through your upper back so you're not letting your armpits open. You're pulling them down towards your face. And then we'll find our way into stillness in this down dog. Knees can be bent. Maybe look back towards your belly. Find that stabilization in your shoulders. So adjusting yourself as you need to so that you feel good here. You're not letting the shoulders collapse. See if you can let your heels sink a little bit more, even if your knees stay bent. The next time that you inhale, look forward. As you exhale, walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Bending in the knees, grab opposite elbows. Allow yourself to hang for a moment, shaking out the head. Maybe adjusting your feet so they're a little bit wider, keeping them at hips distance. So if it feels good, you can take your fists right between your big toes and just bring yourself into your hips width. Bending in the knees again. Hang down. Maybe look all the way back. Deep breath in. Let it all out. Pressing into the feet, release the arms. As you inhale, arms are going to come straight up in front of you. Lift them up over your head. Extended mountain. As you exhale, press the hips forward. Cactus shape your arms, opening up. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, send the hands forward in line with your shoulders, keeping yourself in that length as you sit into your chair pose. And then press into your heels. Let those glutes engage. Notice if you're leaning really far forward like I am. Let's bring our shoulders and hands and head up a little higher. Maybe you can sink deeper in the feet. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, release yourself down into your fold. Let the fingertips graze the floor, your head looking all the way back. Knees can be bent as much as you need. Inhaling partway up. As you exhale, plant your hands down, stepping one foot at a time back into your high plank. You can drop to the knees if you prefer. Holding here. Adjusting yourself so you feel really strong. So I had my feet too close together, so I'm taking them a little bit further apart and shifting onto my toes, pressing my hands into the ground, shoulders wrapping down towards each other in front of my body. Belly's pulling in, thighs engaged. Deep breath in. Lowering to the knees if you prefer. Shifting as you exhale, lower through chaturanga. Just the shoulders coming in line with the elbows, and then let the body sink down. Cobra, squeeze everything in the back body. Exhale, release down. Let your arms sweep back. Tops of the hands on the ground. Pressing the pelvis down, draw the belly up, roll the shoulders back, start to feel that squeeze, and as you inhale, lift up. Half locust, so the legs are staying on the ground, press into the feet. Exhale, lower back down. Pressing into the pelvis, just lift the legs, half locust on the lower half. Exhale, back down. Deep breath in. As you exhale this time, bring everything up. Inhale to hold here. Maybe look forward slightly. Squeeze those shoulders. As you exhale, lower back down. Hands by your sides. Tucking the toes under. Draw the belly in. Start to engage through the arms. So you're pressing into the floor. Start to engage through the legs. Deep breath. See if you can press yourself up. Kneeling plank. Taking the knees off the ground for a full plank. Then send the hips up. Downward facing dog. I've noticed a trend lately of people in my classes bringing their feet to touch in down dog. See how it feels to keep them a little bit wider. So hips width or even a little bit more. Just giving yourself a little bit more space to move in this shape. Noticing what's happening with the shoulders. Don't let them collapse. Rounding them down towards your face. Right leg's going to lift up high. See if you can square your hip to the ground. Send the heel a little bit higher, engaging through the glute. Inhale, lift it even higher. As you exhale, round yourself forward, bringing your knee towards your chest. Keep those hips high, and then step the foot right to replace the right hand. Back knee is going to stay up. Runner's lunge. Deep breath in. See if you can send your inner thighs towards each other, squeezing inward. Another deep breath here. Slowly, slowly exhale, drop the back knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms facing forward. Notice if you're collapsing, press into the front heel a little bit. As you exhale, cactus the arms. And then bring them all the way down behind the back. Clasp. Open up the chest. You can release the hands if you know that you're going to need them for balance, but maybe try out balancing yourself here by pressing into your front heel, starting to shift yourself forward over a straight right leg or straightish. Keep the toes on the ground. One more breath in. Left hand's going to release to the ground, and as you inhale, bend into your right leg, sweep the right arm up. Maybe reaching all the way back towards the back of your mat. Inhaling, sweep the arm back up. Take the hand to the ground, stepping back into plank, moving through chaturanga, dropping the knees if you prefer, lifting up into a cobra. Exhale, lower down, sweep the arms back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, arms and legs lifting into locust. Inhaling there. Exhale to lower. Tuck the toes, take a deep breath in. Starting to engage everything as you exhale, press the floor away, find your plank into downward facing dog. Pedal the legs out. See how everything's feeling. Maybe your right leg feels a little bit more lengthened than the left. Checklisting yourself through your body. We have time here to really notice where you're shifting the weight, where you're not engaging your muscles. Left leg is going to lift up. Keep your hips down towards the ground, heel going straight up towards the sky. Maybe you can press your chest back more. Maybe your right heel can sink as you lift the left heel a little higher. Deep breath in. As you exhale, start to shift forward. Keep those hips high to give yourself space to step the foot to replace the left hand. Staying in your runner's lunge, reach the chest, look forward. See if you can squeeze your inner thighs. Deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly drop that knee down. Inhale, arms up. Noticing right away, if you're collapsing into the legs, press into your front heel. Exhale, cactus the arms, look up. Slowly draw the arms all the way down behind your back, clasping. Inhale here. Same as before, you can release the hands if you need to, but if you feel good about it, straighten out your front leg and dive yourself over. I picked up my toes, but we want to keep our toes down this time. Breathing here. Notice what this side feels different than the last. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, release your right hand down. Start to bend the front knee. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. And exhale, reach back. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, circle the hand back around, picking up the back knee. Step yourself back into your plank, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Lowering back down to the ground, slide those hands back, pressing into the pelvis. Lift everything up on your exhale. Take an inhale while you're there. Exhale, lower, hands to the ground. Engage your body, tuck your toes. Deep breath in. Exhale, see if you can press up. Kneeling plank or full plank into downward facing dog. Right away, noticing where you're not engaging. My left shoulder wants to just kind of relax, so I'm having to focus on keeping that shoulder nice and plugged in. The next time that I inhale and you inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Half lifting on your inhale. Exhale, folding yourself down. Widening the feet so that they're hips width, so that's 2 fists. Letting yourself relax down. Maybe this time it feels good to grab the backs of the legs and really pull yourself into this fold. We're going to do one more standing sequence. It's going to start off the same as we did before. So when it feels good, pressing into the feet as you inhale, coming up, arms facing forward. Exhale, cactus. Press those hips forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, hips tip back, keeping your arms in line with your ears and shoulders, finding your chair, and then automatically bringing your torso up a little bit longer. Full breath in. Engage through the whole body. Exhale out. Maybe you can sink deeper. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, find your fold. Half lift on your inhale. Exhale, folding down, plant your hands, step yourself back to plank, dropping to the knees if you prefer it. Adjusting yourself in your plank so you feel strong, and then exhale, lower. Drop the knees if it feels good. Coming into your cobra. Lowering down, we're taking locust again, arms sweeping back. Pressing into the pelvis, lift everything up as you exhale. Take a deep inhale there, maybe you can come higher. Exhale, lower. As you inhale, tuck the toes, engage everything, and as you exhale, press up into your plank. Find downward facing. Adjusting yourself in your down dog. Taking a few rounds of breath. Noticing those places where you have habits of letting yourself be lax. So again, my left shoulder, I keep not engaging it properly, so I'm having to remind myself every time in down dog to pull that armpit down, engaging through my shoulder so I'm strong through the arms. As you're ready for it, right leg's going to lift up. This time, open your hips up to turn your right toes to the right. Keep the legs straight. See if you can stack your right hip. Then open your left shoulder up a little bit more so you can feel the shoulders squaring. Bending the right leg when you're ready. Squeeze the glute. Feel that hip flexor getting some length here. Maybe your left heel can sink a little deeper. Press into the floor. Deep inhale. Lengthen the leg back up. As you exhale, draw the knee in. Create space. Lift those hips high. Replace your right hand with your right foot. Sink into your runner's lunge. Look forward. See if you can squeeze those inner thighs towards each other, engaging. It should make a little bit more lightness in your upper body. As you exhale, drop the knee. Inhale. Press into the foot. Lift yourself up. Squeeze your left glute. As you exhale next, cactus the arms. Bring them all the way down behind you. Clasping the hands, inhale, look up. As you exhale, start to straighten your front leg out. This time the toes can come up. Bowing forward. Deep inhale. As you exhale, left hand's going to come down. Bending into your right leg. Inhale, sweep that right arm up. As you exhale, come into your twist. Reaching back with your right hand as you inhale. Adding on here as you exhale, sweep the hand around, take it to the inside of your front foot, pick up your left toes and walk yourself wide leg forward fold. Adjust your legs so you feel good here. Sometimes when I come in to it from a lunge like that, my feet are too wide. So you can adjust yourself, bending the knees as much as you need. See if you can relax the weight into the toes and look back behind you. Two more deep breaths here. Coming onto your fingertips, deep inhale. As you exhale, bend over into your left leg, straighten out the right. Coming through center on your inhale. Take it to the other side as you exhale. Ooh. One more time each way. Come through center. Bend to the left. Come back through center. Bend to the right. Inhaling through center. Move your hands onto your hips as you exhale. Press into both feet. Lift yourself up. Arms up over the head as you inhale. Turn your right toes to the right. Exhale. Sink yourself down into warrior two. And then checklist yourself here. Are you leaning forward? Let's bring ourselves so our shoulders are over our pelvis. You might be able to open that hip a little bit more by straightening out the leg and squeezing the glute on that left side. Look at your left arm. Make sure it's in line with the right. And then if you're gripping the ground with your toes, pick them up and sink a little deeper. Lengthening out through the fingertips. One more full breath here. Turning the right palm to face up, leaning forward if you like, and we'll sweep back reverse. See if you can sink deeper into that right knee, create space, keep squeezing the left glute. One more inhale. As you exhale, circle both hands all the way to the ground, stepping yourself back to plank. On the knees if you prefer, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, and then drawing yourself all the way back down onto your belly. Untucking the toes, sweep the arms back, inhaling. Exhale, lift everything up, pull that belly in. Take another inhale here, maybe look up, lift higher. Exhale, lower hands by the shoulders. Tuck the toes, inhaling, engage everything. As you exhale, press away. Plank. Finding down dog. Last time through a standing sequence. Finding yourself nice and strong in the upper body. See if you can sink a little bit more, tipping the tailbone up higher. One more breath in. Exhale out, press into your fingertips. Left leg's going to lift straight up. Then turn your toes to the left and try to stack your left hip on top of the right. Open up that right shoulder towards the right side so you're squaring to the ground, then bend into your left leg. Squeeze the glute. So you're sending your foot a little bit more towards the right. Activating the back of your butt to lengthen the hip flexor. Maybe you can sink your right hip down lower. One more breath here. As you exhale, bring the knee in, keep the hips high to create space. Replace your left foot with your left hand. Runner's lunge right away. Pull that inner thigh in. It'll give you a little bit more lightness in the hands. Then as you are ready, exhale, drop that back knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. Pressing into the front heel. Exhale, cactus. Bring the hands all the way down, clasping. Inhale, look up. As you exhale, start to straighten your leg out. Tipping forward. Pick up the toes if you can. Finding that bowing half split. One more breath in. As you exhale, right hand down. Start to bend into your left leg as you sweep up. Inhale and exhale to reach back. Take a full inhale here. Reach a little further. As you exhale, circle the hand around. Bring in both hands to the inside of the front foot. Pick up the back knee. Walk yourself along the edge of your mat, finding your wide leg forward fold. Adjusting yourself here so that it feels good. I'm going to turn myself around so that maybe you can see what I'm doing with my arms. I'm going to walk them forward, almost like you're coming into a really wide downward facing dog. See if you can spread your hands, sink a little bit deeper, shift the weight to your toes, but keep pressing your heels back. Get a little bit more into the calves. On your next inhale, coming onto the fingertips, walk both hands towards the right side. That was the left. Towards the right side, reaching your left arm long. Feeling that big side body stretch. Notice if your hips shifted, try to bring them back to center. If it feels good for you, plant your left hand down and inhale, sweep the right arm up behind you, finding a twist. Full breath in. As you exhale, bring that hand back down. Walk yourself through center. Take a moment, letting the spine settle. Then we'll walk our hands to the left, reaching the right arm as far as you can. Notice if your hips shift, try to bring them back to center. Lowering your chest as far as you can. Knees are allowed to be bent. If it feels good, plant your right hand down. See if you can slide the left arm up, finding your twist. And slowly bringing that arm back down, come back to center, start to walk the hands back so they're underneath your shoulders. As you inhale, bring the hands onto the hips. As you exhale, draw yourself up. Ooh, left toes are going to turn to the left. Adjusting yourself into warrior two. Find where it feels good, reaching the arms up, and then bring the arms down. Square your shoulders towards the long edge of your mat, and see if that squaring of your shoulders and squeezing your right butt cheek maybe opens the back hip a little bit more. If you're digging your left toes into the ground, let's release them off. Sink deeper. Strong through the whole body. Two more breaths here. Really reach out through the fingers. As it feels good, lifting that left palm to reach up. Take it forward and then all the way back. Side angle, or not side angle, reverse warrior, and sink deep. See if you can come a little bit longer. Press out through the back foot. Try to keep opening your front knee. One more breath here. As you exhale, circle both hands around. Last time, finding your plank, dropping to the knees if you prefer it, adjusting yourself so you're strong in your plank. Then exhale, coming down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. As you exhale, lowering back down. Untuck the toes, reach the arms back, take a deep breath. As you exhale, lift up. Feel that core engage as you lift. Inhale a little higher. And exhale, lower back down. Press into the hands. Lift yourself up into a child's pose. Relax again. Maybe rock your hips. Slowing your breath, slowing your mind, trying to find more space between your thoughts. Every time you find yourself wandering back, just bringing yourself back to the breath. When it feels good, walk your hands back towards your knees, bring yourself up, and take yourself over to a seat. Actually, I'll stay turning to the side. Both feet are going to come flat down onto the ground, fingertips back behind you, roll the shoulders back, open up. Maybe letting the head drop back. Deep inhale. Staying here, if you'd like, you can exhale, lift the hips up, reverse table, finding a stretch through the front of the shoulders, engaging through the glutes, pressing into the feet, slowly lowering back down, drawing the belly in. See if you can bring the hands onto the shins, pulling those toes off the ground and slowly floating the legs up, coming into a boat pose. Your feet don't have to touch, they can, but kind of energetically draw them towards each other if they're not touching. Arms can reach. Notice if you're back on the squishy bit of your butt. Let's go a little bit further forward towards the sitting bones. And maybe arms go up, maybe legs go up. Holding for 3, for 2, for 1. And exhale, release. Take the feet as wide as your mat, hands back behind you, and rock the legs side to side. One more time each way. Coming back through center. Soles the feet together, let the knees drop out, and just fold yourself forward towards those feet. Relaxing here. As you inhale, draw yourself back up. Take those knees in towards each other. Grab hold of the shins around your back. And then we'll walk the feet back. Roll yourself on down to your back. Taking the knees wide towards the underarms, just holding yourself there, or taking the hands inside the knees, grabbing hold of the shins, the ankles, or the soles of the feet. If it feels good, feet can go up towards the sky. Keep pulling those knees down and press your low back into the ground. We're always tempted to bring ourselves up to get our knees closer towards our armpits. But really, we want to get that compression in the hips, so keep pressing the low back down. Keeping hold of your left foot only, whether you have the sole of the foot, the shin, or the knee. And we're going to release the right, lengthen the right leg out. Pulling the toes back towards you, squeeze through your glute on your right leg. See if you can pull the left leg down a little bit more. And then release the right leg. Keep hold of your left foot. We're just releasing that glute. Squeeze again. Squeezing the right glute. Releasing the right glute. Pointing into your right foot. See if you can float the leg up. Take it back down. Let it soften when you get there. Pointing the toe again. Lifting it up. Letting it go down. Release. Last time. Pointing the toe. Lifting the leg up. Lengthen that leg back down. Pull the toes towards you, flexing the foot. Squeeze the right glute. Feel the length in the hip flexor again. Then as you exhale, draw the knee in. Release the left foot. Grab hold of both knees. Give yourself a little hug. Rock around. And then we'll move that to the other side. So grabbing hold of the right knee, pulling it towards your armpit, the shin, or the sole of the foot. Finding half happy baby. And lengthen out through the left leg. Start out with it relaxed, then squeeze your left glute. Feel the length in your hip flexor. Maybe pulling the right foot down even more. Release the left glute. Let the leg relax. One more time like that. Pulling the toes back. Engage through the whole of your left leg, feeling the hip flexor. Getting a little bit more length. Release. Then pointing in your left toe, float the leg off the ground, engaging your hip flexor. Belly's drawing in. Lower the leg down. Ooh, notice if that side feels different than the other side felt. Mine definitely did. Pointing in the toe again. Lift the leg up. Slowly letting it go back down. Softening the leg. We'll do that one more time. Pointing the toe, lifting the leg. Feeling that hip flexor engage. Maybe drawing the belly in a little bit more. Ooh, this side's shaking. And then go ahead and release. Pull the toes back. Squeeze the glute. Let that hip flexor get a little bit more length. Then we'll release the leg. Draw the knees in. Both knees into your chest. Rock around. Taking the feet down onto the ground. Arms by your sides. Press into your heels. Lift the hips. Breathe in deep. Feel that long stretch to the front of the hip flexors. One last time. Inhaling. Lift a little higher. As you exhale, let yourself release down. Heel toe the feet towards each other. Let the soles of the feet come to touch. Knees wide. Hands will come onto the thighs like you're gripping hold of them and press the legs away. Creating traction through the spine. Maybe you rock your shoulders a little higher. Inhaling deeply. As you exhale, let go with the arms. Lengthen the legs out. Allow yourself just to exist here for a moment. We'll start with 3 long inhales in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Start to let the face soften. Deeply inhale in through the nose. As you exhale, let the jaw and shoulders soften. Last inhale, fill up. As you exhale this time, let it all go. Release control of your body, your breath, and just allow yourself to exist for the next few moments. 2 more long breaths here. As always, if you like a long Shavasana and you want to stay, just stay. You don't have to come up when I come up. But if you're ready for it, bending one knee at a time, just gently roll yourself off onto one side. Take a moment while you're there and maybe make a plan to bring this feeling of peace with you throughout your day and week and month. And you can slowly press yourself up, finding your way to a comfortable seat, long spine, rolling the shoulders back. Ooh. We'll take a long breath in together, reach your arms up over your head. As you exhale, give yourself a shake. And let's bring our hands to touch, bringing the palms, not the palms, but the thumbs to the forehead, reminding ourselves to have clear and loving thoughts. Bringing them down to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving words. and down to the heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. Thank you so very much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your month. I'll see you next month. Just as a reminder, we do have some retreats coming up: Nicaragua, Joshua Tree, Wales. Let me know if you want to come. All the details are in the description below, and I'll see you later as soon as I get my camera open to turn it off. Okay, bye.